Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live, the glitch of Chump Con. Yes, we will talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts. Oh my gosh, thank you. Get comfortable in comments. Please hit the subscribe button. Not the subscribe, hit that too, but the subscribe button, the thumbs up button. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you. Mary is number 4 in hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. Hey, Mary and Michelle and Kay Kitty and Yvonne Gal, how are you? Oh my gosh, I could have napped all day today. I mean, I don't know what it was, but I was just tired. I think I went to bed crying. I woke up crying, like just an emotional wreck lately. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh my God. Ooh. Can it really be minus 33 degrees? Della says, love from Calgary. It's minus 33 degrees. Is that what it feels like? Like, can it be minus 33 degrees for real? Like, wow, that's crazy. Crazy. Okay, I will tell you why I woke up crying, why I went to sleep crying, why I'm addicted to Southern hospitality already. And of course, we will talk today's Jeff Lewis Live and the Chump Con of it all. Oh my gosh. Tiffany Chump just got back from Vegas the other day and she's like, I'm still not normal from Vegas. I don't understand how these chumps expect to do all these activities and still be alive afterwards. I will tell you my thoughts. When we get to it. I don't think it's going to be good for Jeff, but I will get to that in just a second. Okay. By the way, so last night, as I got through 2 episodes of Southern Hospitality, we'll chat those in just a second. For some reason, somebody sent me a message about Dr. Donna. And I was like, oh, and I think I looked recently or maybe someone told me, I don't remember, but Jeff is not following Dr. Donna. Well, Jeff now follows like 100 people, which is, I think, the most he's ever followed. So that's a lot for him. Let's look. Jeff Lewis follows 100 people. He's got 904,000 followers now. I don't know if I can look at all 100, but I'm pretty sure he is not following Dr. Donna. Let's see if Dr. Donna is following him. He is following Dr. Laura, who he only has had on like twice. I'm like, okay. The real Dr. Donna D. She only follows 258, which is kind of small. Also, a low number. Also, she is following Jeff Lewis. So, I don't know. I feel like they had an agreement to just kind of take a break. He's still, unless he changed it from last night, he was still following Justin Martindale also. And we know they're on a break right now, right? Yeah, he's still following Justin Martindale. So anyways, she was not one of the chumps listed that's going to Las Vegas Chump Con. And I feel like she was one of the ones mentioned originally. So I don't know. Feel like they're having a little moment still. Okay, so last night I'm watching Southern Hospitality. Of course, it takes me hours to watch one episode because I start, I check DMs, my kids come in, I tell my husband something, I go get a snack. I mean, I load the dishwasher, life. And somebody DMs and says tickets are live to Chump Con. And I was like, oh gosh, no, that's 10 a.m. tomorrow because Jeff Lewis had just literally announced it yesterday explicitly on Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. ChumpCon tickets are going to go live for the people that signed up early with their email address on fansocial.co. Regular tickets will go on to everyone else Wednesday. If I were planning to go, which I am not, I would be pissed. Now, I don't think they sold out, so I don't think it's a reason to be pissed at this moment. I don't know how to check to see if they're sold out or not. But I don't check the email that often. So I would think, okay, at 10 a.m. or 9:55, I'm going to be on my computer and I'm going to be ready to go. That code was going to be sent. No, there was a glitch, Michael Beck admitted today, a glitch from the ticket company. He's not saying it was Resorts World, because he's very clear, we are working with Resorts World. Like, stop talking about other hotels, Jeff Lewis. But it was a glitch with the ticket people, whoever did the website. A couple of glitches that we'll talk about in a second. So the tickets did. So then I ignored that. I was like, okay. Then I get another message. Tickets are on sale. I just bought my ticket. And I was like, oh my God, maybe this is real. But then I went on about watching my show, whatever. So then somebody sends me a posting where people literally have the screenshot of the tickets and the email that went out in one of these other Facebook, Jeff Lewis Live Facebook fan groups. So then I'm like, oh my God, it really is. I'm like, man, I was like, this has to be a mistake. And it was. So I did let you know. I put it on my Instagram, not the link. I just told you it was live. In other words, if you had signed up for fansocial.co, as they've been saying, and as I've been reminding you to get the pre-sale, then you would have this code. Obviously, people are sharing it with each other, which is fine, I guess, but it's also in the Facebook groups. But so now all the calls come in this morning. So we will definitely chat about that later as we chat about Jeff Lewis' show. I don't know where, you know what? It's funny you say that. Where is Krista? I did just text her or DM her and asked her where she's at, Debbie. Anyways. Yes, Jen Helen says, I bet Chump Con will have some great stories. I mean, well, it went live last night. Cheryl says he shouldn't have gone live when he is on the air. Well, that's true, because that would have taken people away. You're right, because it was scheduled to go at 10 a.m. today. So anyways, it was interesting. We'll talk about all that and the other quirks that happened, the other glitches, as Michael Beck called him, because he did call into the radio show today. Sound like he had just woken up. D says glitch equals organized chaos. I mean, I don't know. Jeff handled it pretty well. With all the complaints already on the radio. I can imagine the DMs he was getting last night. Okay, so I did go this morning to the doctor to see about getting my what? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Tiffany Chump says there were $700 in fees for the Platinum Pass, which is $3,000. That's insane, Tiffany Chump says. $700 in fees. Wow, that's ridiculous. Okay, we'll chat about all that in a minute. Okay, I went to the podiatrist this morning. I liked him. Somebody that a Chumpette had recommended, that one of their family members had bunion surgery through them. They did x-rays. They pretty much said my right foot is way worse. It's like too far gone for some of the procedures, but the left one is still okay for some of these procedures. So anyways, but the left one is the one that's bothering me. Like when I touch it at night, it's real sensitive. I sleep on my side a lot, so I lay my feet on top of each other. So the bunions are rubbing against each other. Not fun. Anyways, it was a little bit less of they don't do the screws anymore. They do, oh gosh, what did they call it? Lapiplasty? I don't remember what he said. I've got a booklet downstairs. Basically, I'll be kind of off my feet for the most part for 2 weeks. If I do my left foot first, which is the worst, I can still drive. I'm like, yes. And then it's like 4 to 6 weeks to be back in a regular shoe. He recommended I do at least 3 months in between the left and the right foot. So I just got to figure out when I have time and if it's all worth it. I still want to see another doctor or two and make sure that this is a good option for me to get these feet done, because they are finally bothering me, even though I've had bunions knowingly when a podiatrist told me in my 20s, right before I was about to run the London Marathon in 1997. He was like, do your feet hurt? I was like, yeah, doesn't everyone's feet hurt? Well, I had no idea. Thank you, Ivy Duck, for reminding people to hit the like button for our girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Laparoscopic. No, it was called something else, but it was like lapiplasty. Anyways. But as I was there, the Linzess kicked in. Thank goodness this particular doctor's office, the bathroom had 2 stalls inside of it, a larger, handicap bathroom and a regular size stall, but the main door had a lock on it, a push button lock. When I tell you, I have never felt Jesus right beside me because I had a Linzess moment. If you don't know what Linzess is, it is a prescription that I took years ago for my unexplained chronic constipation. Used to it cost $312 after my insurance. I quit taking it for a long time because what it made me do, like go potty explosively every morning. And I'm like, But anyways, when I started the Wegovy, I had just had a colonoscopy, so I'd obviously talked to my doctor again about Linzess, and the price has gone down. So at least on my insurance now, Linzess is only $35. So that's a much better monthly price than $312. But boy, yes, Yvonne Gal says the Linzess is real. So some days, so I'm trying to take it every day. Especially since I just started the Wegovy, and they said that constipation can be a big side effect, and plus I'm eating a lot more protein than normal. Some days it's like normal, and some days it hits you and you are at the doctor's appointment and just going to the bathroom nonstop. So I was so thankful. At one point I had to go and somebody was already in a stall when I walked in. I'm like, oh my gosh, but she was leaving. So I made a video and put it on my Instagram because I'm just standing in the big stall going, oh my gosh, I've got to wait till she leaves. I can lock the door, which I did. Luckily, with Linzess, you have the opposite problem. So you go potty really quickly. So you're done in like 3 seconds because it's kind of like going tinkle, but out your asshole. So anyways, it was working, but I think that literally made me tired. I think it was literally like, pushing nutrients out of me that I kind of needed. You know what I mean? Yes. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Yvonne Gal said I had to quit it when insurance wouldn't cover it about a year ago. So mine went up to $550. See if it's changed. I feel like maybe the brand went down in price or something because just call and see if you feel like you need it again. See, yeah, poopery is your best friend. That's the stuff that makes, I don't carry that around with me, but I was not expecting this to happen either. Okay, I did listen to Andy Cohen live this morning. If you watch his Instagram, his son Ben's 6th birthday is today. He brought him a bunch of balloons. And in typical Ben style, he does not want a birthday party. He doesn't want a bunch of presents. He just wants time alone with daddy. And he's being very sweet because everything he's wanting to do, he wants to include his sister, Lucy. So I love that. They've got this little trio going on. And, Andy is making such an effort. He's such a hands-on dad, like walking them to school, doing things. I love it. I love hearing. I was literally watching Watch What Happens Live when it only used to be live years ago, and probably almost 6 years ago, because he told us pretty soon. And a bunch of housewives were on the stage, and he said, "Oh, I just want to let y'all know I'm going to be a dad soon." And he broke the news to everyone. So it was very, very sweet. Very sweet. Okay, now I'll tell you why I went to sleep crying and why I woke up crying. 2 completely different reasons, but both, sad and happy, so kind of different. So yesterday, I shared on my Instagram that my husband had sent me a TikTok he found about my favorite movie, Savannah Smiles. This movie was on HBO all the time when I was growing up, and I loved the movie so much. It's such a sweet movie about being a good mom. Oh my gosh, Bootsy, can I have my rubber ducky now? The little girl was so sweet. I guess her name was Bridget Anderson, and I say was because somebody DM'd me and said, "Oh, too bad she died so young." And I'm like, wait, what? So of course I go on a Google search. And she did. The actress passed away at age 21 from a heroin overdose. Isn't that awful? So I was literally crying about that. My husband was already asleep, and I'm laying next to there just like sniffling. So I go to sleep. I get a faint headache when I cry. I don't know. And yeah, she died, girl. Oh, Candace, stop it. Then this morning I wake up and Facebook, on my personal Facebook, they bring up these memories and it brought up food. So I'm like, oh, that's cute. So I shared that. I'm like, oh gosh, I've been making this turkey meatball kale carrot soup for so long. Of course, I've been making roasted vegetables for a long time. It was just a story about that. And then it comes up my oldest, who is now 23 years old, who did theater and choir from age 10 to 18 and then abruptly stopped when COVID hit and she went away to college. Anyways, it was a video of her at 17. So her junior year, she always had really big roles in the school plays and musicals. And she was singing this song. What was the show? Oh gosh, what was the show? I don't think I reposted it on my Facebook. Memories. Okay, here's the Facebook memories. Let's see. What was, oh, okay, there's the Ragtime. Ragtime was the name of the musical. So you glimpse of her. No, I won't. Anyways, oh, so cute. Now she's 23. She was 17 there. Wait. Oh, she was 16. That was sophomore year. Ragtime was, oh, she was 16. 2019 would have been junior year, February. And then 2020 was her graduating year. Oh my God, she was 16 here and now she's 23. Anyway, she's singing a song and my mom is tagged in it. So I guess just my husband had posted it. He tagged me and my mom. And I lost my mom less than a year later in January of 2019 to the cancer that she had been fighting for 3.5 years. So then I just started crying. I mean, sobbing, just sobbing. My 2 kids were already off to high school. The husband was at work. It was just me and Luna. And I don't give myself enough opportunities to cry and just grieve and just be sad and just, feel all the feels. And I really did this morning. And I don't know what triggered it other than just seeing my mom's name tagged on Facebook, seeing my daughter perform. And now she's, 7 years later. And anyways, it was an emotional day. So went to sleep crying, woke up crying. You know what I mean? What did y'all watch last night? I feel like he was. Debbie says, was Alan Arkin in Savannah Smiles? He played the grandfather. No. There's no grandfather with a heroin addiction in this movie. It's about, go watch it. Savannah Smiles. It's so good. It's about a rich little girl who runs away. Her dad's like running for governor. And so he's really busy. And she gets picked up by 2 criminals, but they're really sweet criminals. And it's just the sweetest movie. I love it so much. Okay. Oh, Delia says, I lost my mom on Mother's Day last year. I understand completely. Yeah, it's no fun at all. Yeah, you'll have to watch Savannah Smiles. It is so good. But then, I'm going to bed going, oh my gosh, she passed away at 21 of a heroin addict. Just so awful. Okay. It worked. Y'all talked me into watching Southern Hospitality. I turned on season 3, episode 1. I was hooked within minutes. Y'all are right. It's very similar to Vanderpump Rules. It's youngish people. I say youngish because, they'll be 33, but they look 21, TJ. Or they'll be, Michaels, who is 21, that looks and he doesn't look old, but he just acts like he's 40. He's like so mature and everything. Anyways, they work at a restaurant, a really nice club, bar, whatever, named Republic in Charleston, South Carolina. And, people have dated. People are dating now. There's a history. I will not go back and watch seasons 1 and 2. I promise you that. So don't beg me to, because I won't do it. But I do feel like you can start. They do show enough of, the history. They'll be like, oh, these past fights, or, oh, Joe and TJ were really best friends and now they're not. And I already know why. So it's like they give enough of the history of the show. So Joe Bradley, who I only knew of because I was watching the Watch What Happens Live when his girlfriend Danielle was in the audience from the show, but Countess Luann, that slinky self, was sitting next to him, and they ended up banging it out later that night, right? 30 years age difference. So apparently he's an avid cheater, but he's been in love with Maddie for years, wants to be with her. I do not know if he's going to be faithful. Thank you, Lisa. She says she's the number one on 31 on the like button. Look, there's 154 of you. There's no reason why we shouldn't have 154 likes. Hit the thumbs up button. Please, please, please. I'd really appreciate it. Takes 2 seconds. Go beep. Anyway, so he's finally dating Maddie. I don't know. He acts like he's in love, but I do feel like once a cheater, always a cheater. This Will and Emmy, like I thought Emmy was being taken advantage of by Will, but then by episode 2, I saw Emmy have a complete and utter meltdown at work, which I'm all here for. I mean, I don't want to see that at work, but I want to see this on TV. Abso-freaking-lutely. I want the tiny dresses. I want them fixing their hair in this big, like, get ready with you room. Like, that is what Vanderpump Rules was missing. I don't know if it's a requirement. Is this only something they've been doing on season 3? Is this something that Michael Beck had the idea to do? I do not know who to give credit to, but it's amazing. They all seem to come to work early, get in their outfits there so they all stay crisp and clean and pressed, do their hair, do their makeup, put their perfume on, and then go out together. Like, I would almost get a job if we did that. Like, hanging out like that. That sounds so, so funny. I vote Southern Hospitality, but that's because I quit watching Southern Charm years ago. I don't know. I just not into Southern Charm. But just do season 3. So Michaels is only 21 years old. He's an assistant manager at the restaurant. He and TJ have kissed already. There's almost a 10-year age gap, or maybe more than 10 years there. In season 2, episode 2, they have was Michael's? I feel like Michael's birthday party was in episode 1. I did a really bad job of taking notes. I think so they host a birthday party for Michael's. By the way, there's some very unique names here, and I'm not sure they were all given to them at birth. There's a woman named Lake. Love the name. There's a woman named Shobon, which I love that name. There's a Molly with a Y. There's a Molly with a Y, an I. There's an Emmy with a Y. There's a Michaels, Michols, a TJ. I mean, where did they get these names from? Like, I'm sort of loving it. But so they host a party for Michaels, and TJ realizes I either want Michaels or I want him because he's letting some other dude lick cake off of his face. So either way, they asked to talk. They do work together, by the way. I guess Michaels, in theory, is TJ's boss, right? But they don't care about that. I mean, there's no HR. There's no HR. I'm so here for it. And they end up going to get pedicures, which I like, and have this really kind of deep conversation. But even Michaels at 21 is like, look, you really made me feel like crap when you kissed me in the Uber a while back, and then you just kind of ghosted me, never said anything about it, never talked about your feelings. And that really made me feel how my mom abandoned me when I came out and told her that I was gay. So his dad is very alongside him when he came out with being gay, admitting he was gay. Because he came out when he came back from college. And his mom, I don't think has called him on his birthday ever since. She basically said one day something like, "Oh, you look really gay," or "You sound really gay." So she said something that really hurt his feelings, and they still don't have a good relationship. So that made me really sad. But he's very cute, but he's also young. So he's like, look, I live and work in a city of all these, to be gay is a unicorn also, but to be a minority and also trying to find someone that doesn't just want to date me. What did he say? He said they want to date him because he's what's the word he used? Uh Kind of like exotic. Maybe he said exotic, you know what I mean? Kind of like use him. He's like, "No, I want somebody that's like, I'm good enough to F, but I'm not good enough to bring home to your mom and dad," is basically what he said. And I mean, if he is assistant managing this restaurant and seems very professional, he's so cute. I mean, he is on his way. So I'm sort of loving it for him. At first, I wanted him to say yes and give TJ a chance, but now I think TJ is a little bit slimy with him coming out about Joe Bradley cheating on Danielle, and then now he's gonna talk. I just think he's a little bit slimy. Is he great for the show? Absolutely. I just think he's a little bit slimy. Wait, what? Miss Lupo says, "I think that's because it's so hot there." I don't know what she means. Anyways. Oh, wait, what? Molly, top model on Southern Charm, is bring something special to save the show from the men. I don't know. There's 2 Mollys on Southern Hospitality. They're not the same, are they? I'm confused because I don't know what you're saying. Uh-oh, Meg says TJ is shady. Yeah, he's 33 years old. I mean, I don't know. I guess Jackson all them when they're 30s and 40s whenever it started, but I don't know. Uh-oh. Tiffany Chump says TJ has a big mouth and he has no bro code. I do wonder, what do you think about him and Joe Bradley being best friends? And years ago, TJ was running around telling everybody that Joe Bradley is actually gay. This reminds me very much, what is DJ James Kennedy makes an appearance whenever he's trying to show Emmy about being a DJ, right? Who is the guy that he was really good friends with that is gay? I think he's out, and he was basically saying he and DJ James Kennedy had some. Who's that guy? I can literally picture him, but I can't think of what his name was on Vanderpump Rules. It's sounding very similar. It's sounding like Joe Bradley and TJ have some Logan. Thank you, Logan. Very similar, right? And I'm here for it, but it's like a different city. They're different people, but it's kind of the same. It's not, it looks like more of a bar restaurant. It looks like where everyone goes to like party more than dinner. Whereas Vanderpump Rules was dinner, and then they opened up the Tom Tom and Pump and all the other restaurants. So I don't know. I'm so into this. So into this. I really need y'all to start watching this. I think a lot of you are watching it. I'm finally the one getting ready to watch it, right? Whoever Emmy is with the eye, I guess she's rich. Gotta love her that she is still like doing all the things. But she and this other, so Emmy and Molly apparently have some history. And one of them, Siobhan, comes at, did anyone even understand this? I didn't even understand. And maybe I'm only on episode 2, and I think they're up to episode 6 or 7. So maybe they've already addressed this. What am I missing about that Siobhan girl accusing Emmy of taking their money for the dresses and then her pocketing the rest? Like, I don't know what's going on there. I didn't understand. I guess there's a boutique. They have some dresses that they wanted to use for the VIP ladies. She bought them on her card, and then the other girls were paying her back, but she's talking about having a store credit. Did maybe she get a store credit because she was kind of the liaison of having all these dresses bought from them? I mean, I don't know. If she did that, if she put her name out there, if she did all the work, maybe she does it. Is it a nice thing to do to like take that discount and divide it up by all the girls and make them pay less? Absolutely. But I just couldn't understand. Oh, she got a discount. Okay, that's what they're saying. Tiffany Trump says, I guess they thought she was charging full price and getting a discount and pocketing their money. So I agree. But see, I always like to give a receipt, like just show the receipt, and that clears everything up. She looked a little sus whenever they came at her. She didn't look exactly like, it was more like, why are you accusing me of this? I can't believe you would accuse. And I'm like, well, just come out with the facts, honey. Like, there's no why are you accusing me? come out with the facts and we can clear this all up really quick. She is the ugliest crier though. Like, oh my God. I'm like, go home, honey. Like it's not everyone can cry pretty. I'm not a pretty crier either. She needed to go home and get her shit together. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't wait. So does Lake, I'm dying to know. Who's the guy? Is it Brandon? Who's the guy that Lake is trying to get with, or he's trying to get with her? I sort of want them to get together. Lisa says, did you watch when they all went to Lake's lake house to celebrate her birthday? Her family is rolling in the dough. Good for them. No, but I can't wait. I love rich people that just, I love it. I wonder if he will have her back now. Jeff really likes Lendra Tukes. I wonder if he will have her back now. I would assume so, especially since the mascara. I mean, it was wild. I don't know. It feels like Shobon or whatever her name is a shit stir. She's gonna live with she and Molly are gonna room together, and they both seem to not like Emmy. So I think that's gonna be really, really good for them. I mean, she's either a shit stir or a truth teller, right? I don't really know. Oh my gosh, Cecily. That's how you pronounce it, Yvonne Gal, because I've asked her. Okay, let's get into today's Jeff Lewis Live and the Chump Con. Are you going? Were you gonna go? Sarah, read Raquel's comment. Well, where? Just heard that lady from Reality Check was let go from SiriusXM. She was on Jeff Lewis last week. Oh my God. Lendra Tukes? Did she announce it herself? Wow. Breaking news. That sucks. I wonder why she only has 4,000 followers. Oh, wait, what? Is this right? How does she only have 4,000 followers? Yeah, it does say Ken's Day. Okay, 22 hours ago, she posted what Doechii said at the Emmys, which was beautiful. I talked about it yesterday. Marcus, 8 hours ago. Oh, well, she must be on the podcast. How'd y'all hear that? Where did y'all hear that? Or did she say it? What is today? Tuesday? No, she's normally on Wednesdays on Reality Checked, right? Okay. How do y'all know that? I don't know. It's not on her Instagram that I can see. Yeah, because she was there talking about the layoffs with him, and she was saying something like, oh yeah, I love my job. I'm not saying anything about it. You know, she was very clear. She was not going to put it down. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Tiffany Chump says, I was encouraging everybody to go follow her and listen. She probably needed the ratings. A lot of people stopped listening after Amy Phillips left. I mean, I did. I mean, I listened for Amy Phillips because I liked her. I loved Alyssa chiming in. I loved Jameson chiming in. So I don't have enough time in the day to listen to all these radio shows or podcasts whenever I cover the same content myself. So I'm kind of already clued in about it. I do like listening to Smith Sisters if I'm in the car that early listening to it. So if I'm in the car and I have Radio Andy on, I love listening to it, but I don't listen in particular. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, let's chat today. Tyler Henry, the medium, was on with Carney Wilson. They didn't mention at all anything about Chump Con. I almost thought he was, I mean, there had to have been phone calls. I felt like he was just ignoring it. They do talk a lot about Tyler Henry. So his website is thetylerhenrymedium.com for live tickets. He also has a show on Netflix, I think. One thing is Jeff asked about his mom, and he basically said, look, I really like psychics and I like, all that kind of stuff for the future. So I don't really love the mediums that go into the history of me. He's like, but sometimes that comes in and that's what they're picking up on. But he brings up his mom, who passed away from cancer when he was only 18 years old. And he says it took about 25 years for her to show up in one of my readings, the mediums, whatever. And he said, well, my mom was very self-involved. I'm like, what? Your mom has passed away. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to say. I felt like Tyler was speaking too soft during a lot of the, like 10 minutes in, I was driving home from the doctor and I was like, oh, Jameson on the commercial will ask him to speak into the mic or whatever. And I don't think he did. I just didn't understand what was going on there. Didn't really take a lot of notes. The second hour was Liat and MJ there to promote their podcast that starts next Wednesday, February 13th. I feel like. When is Valentine's? I feel like it's the day before Valentine's. So it must be, no, maybe it starts February 12th. And Jeff Lewis is going to be on the next week, but they don't know when it'll air. So Jeff Lewis will be on. They mentioned somebody else, which is interesting because, it's obviously a brand new podcast. Jeff is doing this clearly as a friend to them or to help promote the, I thought he was definitely speaking slow also. Yeah. Okay. So we get the phone calls about Chump Con. People are already, I'm so behind on my DMs, so I apologize for that. I'm just behind on my DMs. But people were sending me last night pictures of chats in the other Facebook groups of people complaining and that Jeff is charging too much. He's just promoting too much. And, my thoughts are, he gave the information. He didn't say this is about, he was kind of like, whatever. He's been talking about this since January 6th. Today is February 4th. So it took a month before tickets went on sale, even though he said at the time in 14 days, tickets would be going on sale. So he had been getting more information and giving us more information. But up until recently, he had said the main tickets were going to be $3,000. The VVIP. The VIP was going to be $2,000. Well, it's $2,250 plus the taxes and fees. My thoughts on, when did you decide to raise the price by $250 and think it was okay to have announced it very recently? Like, I don't give a shit in particular because I'm not going. But if I were going and I had planned to buy the $2,000 ticket and I didn't know what the taxes and fees were, I don't understand why it would have gone up $250. Also, I would have been ready to go at 10 a.m. Pacific this morning on the website. I wouldn't have been ready to go last night. So I think a lot of people like me maybe don't check their email all the time. So they wouldn't have known, or they don't have the notification set up on their phone. But he literally said yesterday at 10 a.m. Pacific, the tickets will go on sale if you have the pre-sale code. So, if everyone followed those directions, I'd have been pissed. Now, I don't think it's sold out. I don't know. He hasn't said. I have no idea what tickets are left, what tickets sold. I have no idea. I know there's some glitches in the sense that it should not have gone live last night. It was supposed to go live this morning. There was also some glitch where a few people, so maybe about 30 minutes worth of people, were allowed to buy a single ticket to the very VVIP pool party. That was supposed to be very limited. They are going to honor that to let people have it if they already bought that ticket. My thoughts are, if I bought VVIP, I kind of only want those people there. I don't know, because I feel like what it's going to end up doing is those 100 people are going to all, hang out the whole weekend, right? If you're in you're sitting near each other, you might have come alone, or you might have come with your husband, or you might come with 3 or 4 girlfriends. But I feel like if you're VVIP, those are only 100 tickets. The VIP is only 150 tickets. I feel like those people are going to be sitting and hanging out and getting to know each other the whole weekend. So I necessarily wouldn't want other people to be able to buy this ticket when that was part of the vibe of this VVIP $3,000 ticket. So I don't know. Very interesting. Oh, Tiffany Chump says the pool party was on there for over 2 hours. So, Raquel says, I don't see myself spending money like that in this economy when eggs are like $10. Yeah. But Candace, he says he has to go pay for insurance. Maybe it made the fee go up, but he just said the price. Like, I just don't feel like he should have said the price, or he should have updated and said, "Oh, this price went up." You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, they're getting the kinks out. It's the first time they've ever had a Chump Con. You know, Mary says, I'm thinking I'm going to raise my own chickens at this point. I mean, we do eat a lot of chickens, eggs around here. Ew. Oh, Honey May, I'd be sick of clearing snow too. Move to Texas. I promise you it's great. Move to Texas. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to hear your thoughts. We've got plenty of time. You can call in, not call in. You can request to come on live if you want. I would love that. I really want more of y'all to start doing that. Also, remember, if you are a subscriber on my Instagram, a Royal Chumpette, we are going to do another Zoom together to make up for the technical issues that a lot of people had on Sunday. And I also had my audio not going. So I will make sure to do that. But make sure you have the Zoom app or the website, whatever it's called, because if you don't, clicking on the link, then you're going to have to get it. You know what I mean? And then just hit the button that makes sure you're not muted, make sure your video's on. We want to see you. We want to hang out. We want to chat. So who is going to request to come on? Raquel said, Jeff thought that chumps would just blindly spend whatever the price is, but I don't think they will. Well, and I mean, also the airfare and the hotel, and people sent me prices of the hotel that was like $1,000 a night. Oh, I don't know how I would ever find that DM. Who sent me that? How'd y'all find out like Kendra got let go? Also, I'm curious. Oh, somebody sent a okay, here it is. Oh, as they say, all things must come to an end, and that's a wrap on Ken's days for Reality Checked. At least my last week was one of my best weeks at Radio Andy, thanks to Jeff Lewis. Fear not, you can't keep a good Tukes down. We can still do our thing on my podcast, Tukes Takes, TOOKES TAKES. So make sure to follow her on her podcast. Oh, no need for a serious subscription. You just need a serious internet connection. And the laugh emoji. Call her who? Call her Tukes. Let's go. Oh, that's cute. Farewell. God, that sucks. Why? Thank you for sending me that. Why do they keep what does Dorinda have on Andy Cohen or Bravo? Why do they keep her around for everything? She doesn't even watch these shows. She doesn't give a shit about reality TV unless she's on there. Like, it's so weird that they keep her. I don't know when they'll give ticket sale updates, or if they will. Any update on ticket sales today? Katrina says. I have no idea. I thought it would sell out in seconds. And I thought, if anything, when that, just because people, or what are those, StubHub, whatever, I think even StubHub does that, they'll buy up tickets. I wondered if people would do that. So I don't know. I don't mind Dorinda. It's just, it's not even her thing. That's not her thing. She doesn't sit around in her bed and watch. I follow, well, maybe I don't follow her on Instagram anymore. I used to. I think she got kind of boring. But, I used to follow her on Instagram. She never talks about like snuggled up watching TV. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like she's got something on them or something. Yes. Yvonne Gal says, I like her until she drinks too much and goes wild. Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting about Lendra Tukes. Debbie says, Dorinda was so catty when she heard Julia Cunningham was given the show all on her own. Oh, that's right. So maybe this is a time where, what month is this? February? Why would you be like go on a February 4th on a Tuesday? Like none of that even makes sense. Not the beginning or the end of the month. It's not a Friday. It's oh, I guess they didn't want her on tomorrow. So who will be on? It won't be Ken's day tomorrow. Who will be on? So weird. Like I said, I wasn't her biggest fan. I'd really stopped listening to Reality Checked. But Lendra Tukes was at she did some stand-up in September 2022 when I flew out to LA to see Amy Phillips perform, and Lendra Tukes was there. So, yeah, I have seen her. I also saw Reza. He was terrible. Terrible, terrible. What is this? Who wants to diagnose this? It looks like if it was a very hard bubble, like a blood blister, when you get like when you burn, like a burn blister, but it's hard. But if I push it down, watch. Is that a good view? It's getting more and more painful though. I can't push it down like I was. But I can't put a needle into it and have it drain, like nothing drains. It's real thick. It's not a wart. Is this a wart? That's not a wart. I thought warts were different colors. It's a wart? Why did I get a wart? Oh my God, now I'm kind of grossed out. It's a wart? Ew. She's a wart? I thought she was like a little blister that would go away. What do I do with it? A cyst? I'm not going to the dermatologist. Everything we do at the beginning of the year, like the doctor today was $177 with insurance. I'm like, everything we do at the beginning of the year is a ton of money to go to the doctor. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? It's a wart or a cyst. Have I been playing with frogs? Nope. Bye, Mary. I thought it was a ganglion cyst because I used to get one here and for like years, and now it's gone. It never comes up. I thought it was a freeze it off over the counter. That sounds painful. No. I do need to figure out something with it though, because it's starting to bother me. Like it'll touch things and what have you. It's kind of annoying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why is nobody going to come on? Somebody come on and chat with me or ask a question or a comment in comments. The over the counter stuff from the pharmacy works fine. Okay. But what is it? Is it a cyst or a wart? Like which one is it? Because I'm picking up Walmart tonight, so I could add something. Wart, remove, ooh, freeze off. Ooh, that sounds painful. Compound W. Oh. 8 swab applications. Plantar warts. Oh, I had one of those on my feet one time. It was like that black thing that digs into your foot. I've had that. I get the weirdest problems, I swear to you. It's not a skin tag. Fast acting gel. Well, this one's only $7 and it's name brand. Why are some of these $14? Oh, that's the freeze off stuff. Okay, no, I want fast acting. Fast acting. It's not a skin tag. Okay. Salicylic acid. No drip. Penetrates and I need a picture. I need to see if what they show me. This is really a wart. Topical gels. Peel away the wart. Ew. Why are they showing their feet? Apply 1 drop at a time to cover each wart. I only have one. Why are they showing feet? Starts killing warts. I don't know if it's a wart. Okay, who can absolutely tell me if this is a wart or not? It's very clear. It's very much like a blister, but it's hard. You can see the red, right? Look up pictures of warts. The freeze off, it's the fastest. I know a lot about warts years ago. My kids, one of them had them on their knee. And we did every treatment known to man. It was very expensive at the dermatologist. In so much pain for her. That's why when it said freeze off, I'm like, I'm not doing. Oh, God, I remember coming home and the medication, the pain medication wore off, and she was writhing in pain as like a middle schooler or 4th or 5th grader. My mama heart was dying. Whew, finally something worked. You know what ended up working? Like an antacid medicine or some prescription pill that we ended up giving her. It was like a last resort that they decided had worked in some people. Now this is forever ago. I don't wanna spend $13. Ugh, okay. Yes, it is a lot. What is staph? I thought staph was an open sore. Why would staph be a blister? I think a cyst. I don't think a wart. It's hard in the yeah, it's not hard. It's hard like a hard blister. It's hard like the pressure of this. Does that make sense? Is that a good picture? See, it's a hard like, if I pushed on it in the beginning, a week or so ago, I could smash it, and then it would eventually pop back up, almost like a ganglion cyst. I'm not going to the doctor. Staph can look like this? Ugh, I promise I won't go to the doctor for this. I'll just ask y'all. I'll just Google. Anyways, okay, well, if y'all don't have any questions or how long have you had it? Maybe a week and a half? Don't push on it. I've already stabbed a needle into it. Nothing happened. Thought it would go away. It's just fascinating. Right there. Can you do that with your thumb? Okay. Oh my gosh. I'd come on your show, but my dogs are barking. It's a nut house, Debbie says. You do have a lot of. Oh, Karen. Okay. A cyst with clear gel like fluid in it. I had one. If the sac is not removed, it'll come back. Ooh, like Dr. Pimple Popper. Oh my gosh. Can I fly to California and go on Dr. Pimple Popper and have her fix it? I love that girl. Okay. A question, Mariah. In your opinion, do we think Jeff is overly confident about the success of Chump Con? And do you think removing the video feature of his radio show will have big repercussions? I mean, okay, the first one. Do I think he's overly confident? No, I don't think he's overly confident because there's only 500 total tickets available. That's not a lot in the big scheme of things. 500 Jeff Lewis fans, I think, will definitely make a trip and a vacation out of this. I definitely think it's worth it as far as the VVIP, being able to, like, get into everything. I think those fees, if the fees are right, what y'all said, that's a lot of fees, and that would really tick me off. I do think it'll sell out. I don't like all the delays. I don't like the misinformation. I don't like the glitches that they had and are having. I don't like that they announced that, oh, because there was a glitch with the website, now instead of just giving 20%, I'm sorry, 20% off, that did not sound like a big discount to me for Resorts World that is hosting this whole con. Like, that to me needs to be a much bigger discount than 20% off, because 20% off could have been off their main price, like the highest price. Now it's going to supposedly automatically give you the lowest price available. Well, it should have always been the lowest price available. These are people literally coming in only for Jeff Lewis. I mean, granted, a lot of us fly into Las Vegas for a lot of reasons, and no hotel gives us a discount, but Jeff specifically worked with Resorts World to host it here. They are getting lots of advertisements. People are going to buy food there. They are going to book these hotel rooms. They're getting something out of it too. And they're getting Resorts World said over and over and over again, and how nice the rooms are and all that. So do I think he's overly confident? No. Do I think it's completely glitchy? Yeah. And that's very disappointing because they didn't just throw this together in a week. Do I think removing the video feature will have big repercussions? I mean, so many people have commented on my videos on all of my social media about that they canceled their subscription because they only enjoyed watching it. And they're like, if I got used to watching the Jeff Lewis live video for 2 hours and commercials and the pre-show and the after show, and now that they took that away with no notice, no apology, we didn't even get notified, right? Nobody notified us as subscribers of SiriusXM. Now they've got hundreds of channels. but nobody let us know. And it just happened. There was no discount or anything. So I do think so, because I think people have already said they canceled. Now, a lot of times people will say they're going to cancel Sirius XM whenever Jeff Lewis gets in trouble over something. But in this case, it wasn't a Jeff Lewis decision. It was the video. Do I wonder if it came out of the blue? I can't imagine if they weren't having rumblings or telling Jeff, if your numbers or more people need to go to the app. I don't know. Or we need to add advertisers to the app, which I don't think so. It's already a subscription. Like, I'm so tired of paying for a subscription, and then they give us ads on top of that. Like, what in the actual fuck? Anyways, I have no strong opinion on that at all, right? What else? It'll bring me closer. Oh, ask the pharmacist at Walmart. Oh, that's a good idea. I do have some stuff to return to Walmart. I don't know how much any of them are making. AUS Fly Girl says, I wonder how much Shane will make from the Chump Con. Oh, as far as like the, did you see that like over 300 people have inquired about maybe doing, no. Cheryl says, freezing only stings at the time. Girl, if I called my daughter right now and said, remember the day that they froze your work, because they had tried everything. They were trying everything. Everything for months, a year. I mean, it was a long time. Anyways, and they were just so painful whenever they froze it off, and she was writhing in pain. It was awful. Awful. Honey May says, I like the video and it's just not as good without it. The Chump Con is way too much money. Yeah. Okay. It's a mucus cyst. Ew, that sounds juicy. Della says, I just listen and watch you to get all the info on Jeff's show. I mean, I'm always going to give you the info, right? Oh, good. Okay, there's 204 people on here. If you will, either right now, if you have the thumbs up button on there, if you will press it, I would really appreciate it. Just get in the habit. Every time you get on, just hit the thumbs up button before you get in comments, because I think when you start typing in comments, I think it goes away. But it should be either at the end or once I post the video, which is immediately, then you can go on and hit the thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. All of that just helps in the analytics of showing other people, you know, having YouTube bring up my show to other people, if that makes sense. Anyways, that's true. AUS says pharmacists are excellent resources for free. That's true. I mean, totally. I do think it will sell out because, like I just said, Ryan says, do you think ChumpCon will sell out? Pricing seems so high. I do think it will sell out. And because it's only 500, like that's not a lot. Well, is that a lot? I don't know. I don't think that's a lot of tickets. You know what I mean? LTD says, no offense, Jeff, but I'd rather go lay on a beach for that kind of money. I mean, it's a lot of money. And God knows, anyone that's coming with their husband or someone, like, no way would I bring 2 people. You know what I mean? Like a kid or whatever. Like, I would make this a total girls trip where everyone's just paying on their own. You know what I mean? That way they're not having to do that. Oh, maybe so. Lisa says maybe people will just go to Chump Con since they can't watch the videos anymore. They'll just go see the Chumps live and in person. Okay, so real quick, and then I'm going to wrap it up. What I was going to say about Jeff is I feel like that's a lot of time and a lot of pressure and a lot of being on with the fans for, you know, he's already got a $10,000 dinner. He's got the show he's going to do live from Las Vegas. He's got all the events to be at. You know, he'll be walking around the hotel and chumps will see him. I think it's going to lead to some interesting predicaments for some of the chumps. I think some chumps will be no longer chumps after this. Maybe some employees will be no longer employees. I don't know. I think it could definitely lead to something. I think it's a lot of stress that they've never been together for that long in such a stressful thing, especially if things start going wrong or someone is injured or there's a potential lawsuit or something scary. I mean, just if anything extra happens like that, that's just going to add to it. But I think just in general, I think it's a lot of stress on all of them. Oh. Lapoplasty. Yes, that's what they're saying for my feet. Yes. Anyways. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining live. If you were watching as a replay, please hit the thumbs up. Please make a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to me. And if you're listening as a podcast, hit the 5-star rating and review. I would really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, tonight is New York and Beverly Hills. So a lot to chat about tomorrow. Bye, Chumpettes.